It's Goji Berry here, and I'm back with another macro video, and today we're going to be looking at Code Vein. And this is by far my favorite game of 2019, and I can't wait for the new DLC that's coming out for this game. I just figured out that max level was 300 and my character beat the game around 130. So I've been grinding levels to get to that 300 so I can experience the DLC. And while doing that, I decided to see if I could come up with a macro, and I did. So in today's video, we're going to go over how you can create a macro for Code Vein to grind your character up to level 300 before or after the DLC, wherever you're at. And this macro is amazing. It does take a little bit of tweaking, but with this macro, I've been able to gain 16,000 Haze every minute, and that comes out to be about 1,000,000 Haze in 40 minutes. So if you do the math on 1,000,000 Haze in 40 minutes, then if you went to bed, if you turned this macro on, went to bed, and ran it successfully throughout the night, when you got up in the morning, you should have anywhere from 8 to 10 million Haze. And so if that's what you're looking for, if you're looking to do a little bit of work, maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes of tweaking to gain the benefits of this, then this is the video for you. If not, you might want to head on out, but we're going to jump into it. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to create this for yourselves. Alright, if you stay, thank you very much. This is what I make these videos for, people like you who are curious about creating macros, and I hope this will save you a lot of time, guys. So you're going to need two things in order to get this started. First, you're going to need a copy of Code Vein on your PC. And secondly, you're going to need a Pullover's macro creator. So you need this right here. You're going to need Pullover's macro creator, which is a free macro that you can download from online. I'll have the link in the description below, guys, for you. And this is how you're going to record your keyboard clicks for this macro. The second big thing for this game, y'all, second big thing is you're going to have the same setup. So the setup that I have right now is I've got 2 spears, noble silver. I run in the EOS blood code for IO, and what I have is I have all these spikes. And so basically what I'm trying to tell you is I've maxed this guy out for spells. So high I core and long range spells, quick spells, not long spells. I also have some of these upgrades here that help me out. One's a health boost, the other one is it reduces your HP so you can hold more I core. This is mind vitality up. This increases your mind and vitality, so I think you do a little more damage. And then light impulse, this increases the effect of light gifts while I'm focused. So all of these are good. You can probably come up with a little bit better of a combination. I think there's one that, yeah, increases the speed of your gifts. But this is the main thing that you guys want. And once you have this set up, then you can attack enemies from a long way away. And so that's what we want with this. But there is one main thing that you guys need, which I have right here, which is a spell called Vivification. And what Vivification does is it returns you to the last missile touched without losing your Haze. And this is crucial to this macro. And I want to show you guys exactly whose it is real quick. So this is the main spell of it. You can probably get away with some other macro builds, or you know, however you want to kill the enemies. I like shooting spikes at them because it's easy, it's far away. But this Vivification spell is on the blood code, I think Hermes? Mercury. So this is Coco's blood code, and it's Mercury. And it's the one straight down from the first one called Vivification. And once you unlock this, you want to max this out. That way you can use it with the IO build, which is what I use because it gives me high light gift damage. And so those are the things that you're going to need on your Code Vein game in order to kind of get your build set up. And just to go over the basics, what you do is you're going to run over here with your macro. You're going to home in on this guy, and then you're going to throw some spikes at him. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go back to the missile that you last rested at. So if you're good with pullover, you're good with creating macros, that should be all that you need. If you're not and you want me to go through it, I'm about to jump into actually how to record the whole entire macro for you. But those are the basics of this macro. And if you guys like this tutorial so far, please give me a like and subscribe below for being transparent with you guys from the get-go. And I hope this saves you some time. If it does, come back and throw in a comment. I love comments. I love reading people's feedback. So if you have any other questions or concerns throughout this video, just let me know. I'd be glad to take a second and figure out what's going on with you and how we can resolve that or how I can help you. Alright, jumping into the third thing that you need. The third thing that you're going to need for this is to modify your macro creator. So for pullovers macro, you're going to want to make sure that you come into the options here and go into the settings, and you want to make sure going down to defaults, on defaults you want to make sure that client is selected. This is the mode that I've ran this in and it seems to work well. You may be able to do this better, more accurately with Windows selected, but you're going to have to make sure that your client's in the same spot every single time. But for me, I just did client. That way it kind of works within this client window. That's the setting I use for that. There is some settings that you have to change on your Code Vein client. So I'm going to go to settings. I'm going to go down to control settings. And I'm going to scroll down to camera. So what I'm going to do is I binded these camera movements on my keyboard. So I've got U, J, K, and H. And so I don't sidestep and I don't backpedal. So all I do is I move the camera and then I walk forward. And that's how I've done this macro. And so once you have that, you're good. Alright guys, I hope I'm not going too fast, but here is the full macro for this. And so here it is on the screen now. Hopefully you'll be able to see it and be able to copy this if you want to just copy it. I am working on getting these macros online for you guys, that way you can kind of just copy paste, but I have not looked into that yet. But here's the code, the full code, and now I'm going to show you guys how to record that code. So I'm actually going to go to a new one and I'm going to walk you through recording the next one, guys. And then I'm going to, in order to start this macro, I'm going to go to my missile. I'm going to rest here one time and then we should be ready to go. So I'm going to teleport back here. I'm going to open up my macro creator here and I'm going to hit this red record button. And so now my macro is ready to go. And I'm going to try to go through this fairly quickly because you want your macro to be kind of quick. And so I'm going to hit F9. Then I'm going to come to my keyboard and I'm going to hit K. Then I'm going to hit H. Then K again. Then I'm going to hit W. And you just want to move the camera kind of in this hallway. Then I'm going to move left. And I'm going to go up to this root about right here and stop. And then I'm going to move forward again. And then I'm going to turn. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Q. And then I'm going to hit 1, 2, and 3. And so then I'm going to wait for a minute because sometimes it'll aggro the enemy on the right. And so I'm going to wait for a minute. If it aggroes the enemy on the right, IO will kill it. And then I'm going to hit 8. And then go up and click yes. Alright, and now I'm going to hit F8. And then hit F9. And now I'm going to Alt-Tab, and my macro should be created now. And so I'm going to... This should be your macro. You're going to have to modify some of these values. So I'm going to hit this play button. Here. First, if you're doing this for the long run, I would say save as. And see, I've got a bunch here. We'll call this test. I'm gonna save it. Then I'm gonna hit play. So I'm gonna hit this play button, and then I'm going to hit F4. And we're gonna watch this count. There's a count on the mini macro bar. It's at 6, 10, 14, and it's moving. So I just want to make sure that if I mess up, I know what row it's at, and then I can go back and modify that. And that's it, guys. So we just did one iteration. It probably took over 40 seconds, probably a minute. And there's 16,000 haze. Alright, and that's it, guys. So I hope this helps. I hope this lets you grind up to max level in Code Vein before the DLC comes out. Or maybe after the DLC comes out, so you can beat all the bosses and go through this in the hardest mode there is. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. If this helped you, throw me a comment down below. And thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next video.